Man, I look goofy. It is very rare y'all see me without makeup, like any at all. That's fine. I'll stay around. I know no one's here yet, but I would love to have a normal stream where I don't have to, hi Maria, where I don't have to play a video game. But I don't have a computer and I can only stream on my PS5 if a game is playing. So I will be able to do this and not have Fortnite playing in the background eventually. But for now, um yeah. Sorry, let me put the link on my Instagram to read out. Uh, wait. They don't love you like I love you. Okay, there we go. Dun dun. Oh my god, look who it is! I love her! Why is someone shooting her? Anyways. You're... It's boy... Oh, here we go. Weird. Anyways, hi everyone. It's been a long week. It's been a long week, and so I feel like... Me for sure, but I'm sure I'm not alone in it. I need... just to comfort one another. Yeah. It's been a long couple weeks, really. It's been a long while. That's life, you know. I'm not doing the best. I've been having panic attacks pretty much every school period. I I don't know, I've been struggling. But yeah. Like I can't go to class. I get made fun of at school for it. But you know, that's life. And oh, whoops, my bad. It's okay. I'm not coming on here to like get pity points. I'm saying if you also are feeling that way, you are definitely not alone and it's not your problem. Because I think a lot of the time people think that like there are people who look up to me and think, "Oh, I just feel like if people look up to me then they realize that I also am fucked up and have issues, they will feel less like it's their fault." You know what I mean? Like I never want people to feel like they're alone in that or like it's their fault. I don't know how to explain it. Have you heard of like a meritocracy? Like I don't know how to like I connect it to history, of course. Um but like a meritocracy is like the idea that if you put in the work, um you will be successful and that like everything you do is based on you as a person and like who your capabilities. And I guess sometimes I think about that with mental health, you know. Um, so I feel like being someone that people look up to, I think it's I need to get down there before they kill each other. Wait, they don't love you like I love you. Uh, you don't really go to school. Wait, I have to read these things. Give me a sec, you guys. Wait, I have to read these things. Give me a sec. Ah! Let me read this. You don't really go to school and you don't really have any motivation to do homework. Same. Same. I'm failing some of my classes because I just get home and I don't feel like I don't know, I feel like it's too late for me to be successful, and so I don't try because I don't think it's something I'm capable of anymore, you know? Um, which isn't true. It's not the end of the world. The most successful people I know get successful later in life, and there are a lot of successful people I know who didn't even go to college. Which is not, don't go to college. I just mean like, yeah, definitely go to college, but if you don't like your major, if you're doing poor in school, people, I know if you talk to like any teacher or anyone at your school, they will tell you a very long-winded story of how they got into that profession. And it never is, I wanted to be a teacher as a kid, and so now that is what I do. At least very rarely, you know. Um, so it is not something to be like, oh my God, I'm gonna die, you know. A lot of people do a lot of different paths before they reach the one they settle on. Like a lot, a lot. So it's not a big deal at all. Um, your feelings got hurt and you started to cry. Have you considered that that's a normal human emotion? I'm confused. What am I gonna take? Hopefully, aerospace engineering. That's my goal. You don't want a life with panic attacks? I feel what you mean. I've had severe anxiety disorders, my entire life, and there is nothing more exhausting. And I totally get like how you feel. But, I don't know. I wish I could give you advice that since I'm struggling with the same thing, I can't tell you much. I can't give much meaningful advice just because I am still trying to figure that out too. But, at the end of the day, like, everyone has different things that they go, like, through. And panic attacks get easier. I can say that from, like, relative experience. I've had the same panic attacks my entire life, and there are moments where I have them, and I have them so often that I don't react anymore. I'm just like, I can stay present even when I'm having them, just because it happens. So, just because it happens so often. So, like, I know you don't want to live with panic attacks. I don't think anyone does, but you really don't, like, you're not going to, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot, I don't know, there's a lot better things to be thinking about than, oh, I can't do panic attacks. I mean, I'm sure there are millions of things that make you happy, you know, and I don't think you could live without those either. And so there's a balance, you know, of what you know, you have to endure the panic attacks to feel the good stuff. I mean, even if like I haven't felt much genuine happiness since like childhood, but I know that it exists because I did have it, you know? Like, if you, I don't know, what I did to cope as in like middle school with everything was and it sounds weird, but it wasn't. I just kind of, because when I was a kid, I didn't let myself be a kid because I looked down upon kids. But, I let myself be a kid. Like, I would giggle and kick my feet and get excited about, like, weird childish things. And it was helpful, you know? Um, it was, at the end of the day, very helpful. Just because I, innocence is bliss, and you can choose to have that sometimes. Wait, you don't love me like I love you. Oh shit, that was not a real person. I did not realize that. Wait, I love you like I love you. I should have thought that through a little better. Anyways, I should probably go to the Not Gonna Lies. You're just really sad all the time. You haven't been your entire life. And I know, even me, sometimes, like, I'm like, I came out of the womb. I didn't even cry coming out of the womb. I was so depressed. Like, but that's stupid. Like, I don't know. Everyone's experienced happiness before. You can't deny that it's a thing that happens and that you can feel. So it's pointless to, like, try to convince yourself that you don't feel that. You know? Because you have, and you will. Sometimes it just takes time. And getting used to. Sometimes you have to, like, let yourself get to that point. If you don't want to be happy, you never will be. If you don't actually want to be happy, you will never let yourself be happy, and you'll always convince yourself that you have nothing to be happy about. And there's nothing like, I don't want to say like you should be ashamed for like kind of sitting in sadness, because I do that too, and sometimes I feel like I don't know, like I don't know how to explain it, but don't feel guilty for any of that stuff. Like, even if it is an attention thing, like when I was younger, I would definitely have some like moments where my sadness was attention related, and that's normal. That's a normal. Is it healthy? No. And is it good? No. But it's still human, and it's still normal. I think people kind of forget that, like, it's their first time being alive. It's everyone's first time being alive. And you do what you do. And that's kind of it. You just have to, like, I don't know. The saying is very true of, like, if you don't believe you'll succeed, you won't. Should I run over and take that and then chainsaw away? Wait, I think that's a plan. Whee! They're still shooting at me? Holy cow. Alright. Alright. Let me read the things that I put on my story saying, I'm gonna read these. Here we go. These are not... Someone, tell the story of your first kiss. This isn't what it's about. Ah, here we are. A related one. I'm failing all my classes and my parents are disappointed. Or at least it feels so. I'm usually a straight A/B student, but recently I've been slipping with C and D's, and it's so upsetting because I love science and I'm failing in it and I'm failing in it as well. I relate to that so much. I've been a straight A student my whole life, and then ever since I got bullied it's been slowly getting worse and getting into B territory. And then C and now F's, you know? And I definitely do feel like, hey guys, I'm trying to have a very sentimental, like, uh, sweet, calm stream, so I don't, that's definitely not helpful to be like talking about very random things in chat. Not for what the purpose of this, stream is. It's just not the right time for that. Sure you know. Anywho, what was I saying? Oh, I am also failing, and I also feel like a disappointment to my parents. And I do get how that feels and how painful it is. And how, like, I don't know. I feel like I can't if my parents don't think I can. You know what I mean? Like, and that sounds stupid. Like, I can't base my everything off of, but like, being kind of talked to like I'm failing makes me just feel like I should just keep failing, which sounds backwards, but I think it's a common feeling that people experience. I don't know. But never, ever, ever dictate yourself off of, like, what other people think. You cannot. There is no time for that in your life. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. The more you focus on how bad you feel about how you're doing, the worse you'll do. I don't know. But, like, if you feel ashamed of yourself, you're not going to improve. I don't, like, shame, at least for me, shame is, like, the worst way to try to motivate me. It, like, just makes me want to give up. You know? Where? Ah! You're scared to type your problems? You don't have to. No one's making you. It's all your choice. Like, you didn't type what... You didn't type deep feelings that you have. How dare you? That'd be crazy, though. Whoa! Where am I? My favorite. Where the balls am I? Alright, I'll move on to another one. I relate to this already. I hate being an angry teenage girl. I'm just frustrated and mad all the time for no apparent reason. I yell and scream at my family, and I always feel bad after. I used to just believe it was hormones, but I can't keep excusing my behavior like that. I think it's just awful. I feel like, okay, there's a difference between, like, genuinely excusing your behavior and making sense of it. Like, you won't be able to improve and get better if you don't know what the root of the problem is. So I feel like saying that, like, oh, you're just trying to excuse your behavior is just, it's just gonna, I don't know. I mean, you can recognize the reasons for your behavior without, like, excusing them and, like, trying to write them off. You can still focus on improvement and recognize where your behavior comes from. I mean, I relate to that. I'm a very angry teenage girl. And it's annoying, too, because I'll be genuinely mad, and then my dad will just be like, oh, she's being a teenager, and it's so annoying. You know? But, I don't know. You're also human, and humans get mad about stupid things. So, I don't know. You just have to think about why certain things are so triggering for you. and try to work on making it a more appropriate reaction. Or a reaction that's like gonna have like the outcome you want to have. Um, I don't know how to explain what I mean. You have to think about what your goal is in the conversation you're having and coming to, I don't know. That's why I don't get into arguments with my family because they love me unconditionally, which is crazy and fucked up, but yeah, I don't know. I don't fight with anyone besides my family. And I want the right answer, you know? And so I think you just have to always remind yourself and put your values of like, for me, logic and truthfulness are my two like most important, they're the two most important things to me. And so when I'm upset, that's what I try to focus on. Because it's like the root of who I am, the core of who I am. So I should be matching those roots, I guess, when I am feeling emotional and trying to reach a goal. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I'm not like a speaker, you know. I'm also lagging insane. I'm sorry. Tips on how to be more outgoing. Do you think I'm outgoing? I think it's more of a facade. What the heck? I'm lagging so bad. Um, why are you saying my name in all caps? Ugh. Am I lagging? I keep like glitching a couple seconds, but stop saying my name in all caps. I'm very confused. I was trying to say something. Oh, tips on how to be outgoing. I am not really anymore. I used to be, I was a very shy kid, and then I turned the anxiety I got, like, from talking to people into excitement. Not excitement, but just like, I could turn my brain off and just try to, focus on, like, I guess entertainment. I became an entertainer in the sense of, like, I'm lagging so bad I can't play the game. Oh my god. Anyways, so I read a book title once that said How to Turn Your Anxiety into Energy, and I didn't read the book, but the title, I guess, was so impactful to me that I started, like, I don't know, I didn't even really think about it. It just kind of impacted me in the sense that that's kind of what I did. Instead of being like, oh, I'm scared and, like, I'm gonna hide, I, like, just, I don't know. It just made me really energetic and jittery. Um, you know. Yeah, I know I'm lagging. Can you like at least hear me, okay? Or no? Because if you can hear what I say, that's the most important thing to me. That's like what matters. At the end of the day. You can hear me? Is it okay? If you can hear me, fine. That's what's important to me. Bro had amazing weapons and did not fire a single hit on me. That's crazy. What a shame, bro. It's lagging on my end. Like, bad. Like, I can't even see the game. Kind of bad. Anyways. I don't know. That's my only tip. I'm not outgoing in my heart, you know? That's like not who, actually, I mean, I don't know. I just get energy from being around people. Okay, so I cannot snipe. I will just go down there. But I'm lagging so much I can't. and only got better this year, but it has made me into the biggest perfectionist. I can't stand doing something wrong, and when I feel that way, it makes me want to relapse. Do you have any advice on how to not get to that point of actually relapsing? Um, I am a very, like, logic-minded person where there has to be logic behind things or I don't understand it. And it can be very frustrating for people. I can admit that of like, there are a lot of times people are like, I'm upset. And I'm like, oh, why are you upset? How can I help? Do you need someone to listen? Do you need someone to talk to? Do you need, like, what can I do? And they're like, I don't know. I just feel sad. And I just have no idea what to do, or I don't understand their emotions at all because I don't, if there's not like logic behind it, and that's why usually I can figure out why people are like, or why things affect people, because I need to figure that out or I can't. So I just became a very, I don't know, extrospective? Is that a word? I know introspective is, but I think Kaylin can attest to that I can figure things out like that. Anyways, how to not relapse. So if I think I know what you mean, that kind of thing, though it's a relatively low likelihood, you could get a severe infection and lose your limb. Seriously, you could. And I doubt you want to lose your limb. I doubt that's like your goal that you're trying to head for, you know? So I would avoid that and just not get to that point. Also, you said you're a perfectionist. This might not help, but if you are like, I don't know. I don't want to say that. That could be unhealthy. I was just thinking like, sorry, I guess I'll be honest with you guys. I was thinking like, you could think about your skin and want to keep it perfect, and you can get into skincare, and then you can count those kind of marks on your body as blemishes, and as imperfections. But that's not like necessarily true, but that's just like, I'm trying to like think of how you could avoid relapsing under like a perfectionist mindset. I don't know. There's, again, I don't, it's normal. Recovery isn't a straight line, ever. But I would, yeah, just try to avoid it for your, the safety of your limbs, at least. It's also just like, if the only way you can express those emotions is through violence, that's not healthy for any future, ventures you might want to go under. But I don't know. I would just try to focus on like that kind of thing. You could also hold ice, which is not harmful, but you still feel some sort of, because relapsing, or not relapsing, but the original thing anyways, is just you trying to exert your internal feelings externally so that you can see them and they feel real and it proves your pain, you know? At least that's what it is most of the time when I've experienced it and when I've met people who have. And so you can find other ways. You can draw, which I know is a lot of people say that, but I don't know. I'm not a huge like fan of that one, but try anything. Like whatever works, and that's good for you. But ice works well for me. Also, making an agreement with yourself or someone else that you won't. I've done that with a couple people, and I actually got in big trouble for it. Like, people tried canceling me for it. But I said to them, because they were struggling, and they kept relapsing, I said that if they did it, I would too. So they're not hurting themselves, they're hurting someone else as well. And that, it helped them, they didn't anymore. which yay, I'd rather I can I I don't know. I would rather help them with that because I don't have that issue anymore. Um I mean I don't know. Everyone progress isn't a straight line, but progress is progress. Um yeah. So you can make an agreement with someone. That's how I got out of it when I was at the worst in like middle school. I made an agreement with my sister. Um, and it helped. I mean, I don't know. I'm no professional. I don't know if it's healthy or if it I don't know if it's healthy, but that's what has worked for me and some other people I know. But yeah. Wait, I don't love you like I love you. I hear my name being called. I'll be right back. Are you calling me? I have food. I have returned. Guys, please keep the chat in English just for moderation purposes. Um we can't monitor alternate languages, so it is just against the rules. Um in general, just to make sure. Um yeah. Let me keep reading this. hmm I can't fucking bear how annoying I'm becoming recently, and I'm starting to think all my friends secretly hate me. Um, please try to find genuine examples of why you think your friends hate you. And if you do, and if you feel like it's because they're excluding you or something like that, bring it up to them and be like, "Hey, I've felt excluded lately. What's going on?" And they can reassure you um that you're okay. But also, usually it's in your head. If you're a anxious person or depressed or very insecure, you can like fully you can project like how you're feeling. Anyone can project how they're feeling onto people, but you can project like your feelings of inadequacy onto how they feel about you, and that's not fair to them or you. Because they could love you a lot, you know? Like for me, I cried in front of Bella and Kaylin yesterday. And because of my insecurities of feeling like psychotic every time I cry, I was terrified. Like I couldn't talk to them for pretty much the rest of the night because I was terrified that they thought I was crazy. Like that I've lost my mind. Um and they didn't think that, and it hurt them because of course they didn't think that like I was crazy. But I was just projecting my own feelings, and it took me to admit to them, I'm scared that you think I'm crazy, for them to say, of course we don't, we love you, and then things got better. So you just have to communicate how you feel and understand where those feelings are coming from. For me, it's the people in my life who have seen me cry in real life have called me crazy. when I cry, or psychotic, and so it affected how I thought everyone else would, think of me, which just simply isn't always accurate at all. So you just have to really pay attention to where those ideas are coming from so that you can solve them. You should always come from a place of solving. You're your own little project, you know? Or at least I always come from a place of solving because that's who I am as a person. I'm a solver. That's what I do. But, yeah. Let me see. Wait. I only have the energy for one thing. Thankfully, it's something you love and enjoy, which is dance. I love and enjoy. I'm reading it in the next person because okay, which is dance. But all my old hobbies and interests are slowly fading, which makes me sad. I don't. I don't know if I'm just growing up or what, but I feel like I needed to tell someone. Well, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did tell someone. It can be important, even if it's a stranger and someone who doesn't even know it's you. Just that you can I don't know. Sometimes hearing your thoughts like said back to you can be really helpful. At least it is for me. It is always valid, but sometimes why you feel it, or not why you feel it, like, you feeling a certain way is valid, but that doesn't mean your feelings are always based in a true, like, a true sentiment. But, yeah. You wouldn't be feeling it if it wasn't based in some level of like, you're not crazy or weird or like losing it for how you feel. There's always a reason. So you just have to make sure that, I don't know. Did that person die? I'm confused. I'm lagged so much I can't play. I don't even know what happened. I lagged out so bad. Alright, moving on to the next one. I am so laggy in this game. Maybe I should take a break. I've struggled with your... It says MH, but I'm assuming it means SH. I've struggled with my MH for a while, or SH for a while. So I'm getting very interested in what's happening on my screen. Oh. Okay. And I've gotten a lot better. But sometimes when you feel stressed out or upset, I feel like relapsing. What should I do? I always say so much. Remember to have some grace for yourself. You've had a habit for a very long time. And obviously, like, those habits will affect you for a very long time. And there's no shame in reaching into those habits when you're scared. Because that's how humans work, you know? But you just have to remember why you stopped and why you shouldn't, and remember how hard you've worked to not. And I don't know. It's a process. And there's no shame in relapsing. It's just, and I'm not saying like, oh, you should relapse, you know? I'm just saying don't feel awful about yourself.